everyone. How y'all doing today? This is my very first podcast. I'm back on Gorilla Tag, so I want you to introduce back. But the very first, I want to do a collab on my very first podcast and introduce, say, Isaac 2013. Hello, Isaac. How you doing today? Chicken, yes. All right, that's his very mood. All right, so very first, I want to talk to you about Gorilla Tag. Now,
Okay.
Gorilla Tag.
Okay.
Gorilla Tag has honestly changed over the past year, and I think you can agree with me, don't you think?
Yeah.
Gorilla Tag, honestly, here's my theory, and we'll debate about this back and forth. Gorilla Tag, because of the mods years ago when mods were start to take over Gorilla Tag before these mods and anything introduced. The reason that why Gorilla Tag added all those mods that you could use in the lobbies is because they couldn't stop the mods that were taking over Gorilla Tag, so they joined them. You know the saying, if you can't beat them, join them? That's exactly what Gorilla Tag was trying to do. And what do you think? Honestly, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I didn't like when people used mods because every lobby that I joined, they said a lot of bad words. I joined someone's like live stream, and there was someone flying, doing circles, instant tag. One kid was even crying.
Exactly. Mods were
because of the mods.
Mods were one of the most baddest things that you could ever do in Gorilla Tag, and those were the reasons that player counts were going down. The reason why, and it's still going down even with the mods being added, legally mods being added in Gorilla Tag, they're still being down. Honestly, if Gorilla Tag continues to keep these mods, it's going to be even, yes, but also it's going to ruin the fun for the people who prefer not to use mods, and then they can't even survive at least 1 second without any of those people who have mods, such as other people in lobbies who can't even survive. They can't even survive 1 second without a person with mods, with whether it's Steam linked or it's one of those gadgets. They can't even survive until for 5 seconds. Do you agree?
Yeah. Also, by the way, the only reason why I will agree with mods, because in Vulture Stump, because it's just fun games to do. Second of all, I joined one lobby, one day ago. Everyone in there was modding except for a 5-year-old and me. The 5-year-old was getting picked on by the mods.
Exactly. Also, one of the biggest things to talk about when it comes to the mod update for the players is that when a new player joins the game, right? New player knows barely anything about Gorilla Tag. They don't get introduced until Physical Monkey. They get introduced to those gadgets, and they don't know any experience about climbing or anything. I had to teach my friend, actually. He was part of the experience. He joined Gorilla Tag around the time that the mod update, and I respected it. I said, what are these? Because I quit it with 2 reasons. One is because my VR was hardly working, and I could hardly join it, and because of the age verification thing with Meta, all taken care of. And 2, because also of the mod updates, and every time I watch videos on YouTube, I see those mods on players. I'm like, what are those? So I told my friend, Isaac, that's why I brought him into my podcast, to teach me more about the mods in Gorilla Tag, and I thought they were the most stupidest things Gorilla Tag has ever thought. Now, I know you can either agree with me or disagree with me, but I know they can either help players who are new, which are disappointing because they don't even know the physical touch, whether on the gadgets. But yes, I do understand the beginning part of that event where you have to get points in order to, get those gadgets. But the gadget part is the evilest part. What else do you think about them?
I mean, I like them. I only like air controls. That's it. I think you guys like them.
Yes.
I think you tried them. Yeah, you did. You did try them.
I tried them once. They were okay, but they were eventually very hard to start with. So honestly, as a new player, I was very new with those mods, just like how you were a new player with Gorilla Tag. It was very hard. To me, my opinion, it was more harder to learn how to use them to actually play Gorilla Tag itself. Gorilla Tag is losing the whole purpose of it. It's to be a monkey, not a whole tech robot engineer scientist. What do you
Can
think?
I say something?
Yes, absolutely. Go
They
ahead.
even have long arms, air controls. Wait, no, air controls is cool. Long arms, thrusters, climbing things, everything.
Honestly,
Like, it's ruining Gorilla Tag.
they even added mods that were not even existed yet in other mods to begin with, which is actually insane. So, matter of fact, in my opinion, they're also supporting mods that are also in Steam Link. What do you agree with that?
Yeah. Also, if you keep using mods, people will stop banning you. Reporting you. Because I was using thrusters. No, air controls, I meant. And someone said, oh, get down from here, or else I'm going to report you. But, so I'm going to stop using air controls or any item starting today.
Honestly, I agree with his opinion. As a matter of fact, when new players who prefer not to use those mods or never even seen them see those mods, they think that they downloaded it and used it for cheating. Which those don't know. Actually, Gorilla Tag themselves added those mods, so they get reported unnecessarily and innocently. So, do you agree on that?
Guys. Yeah, because I got reported like 10 times. 10.
Exactly.
10 whole times.
And my friend actually talked to me earlier, about a week or two earlier, how he got banned for about, what'd you say, a few days or a week, because he was using one of those mods and someone reported him about it. Which, this is exactly how the downfall of Gorilla Tag happens. But before I go on to my final theory about it, do you have any other things about this theory that I'm talking about?
Okay. When the mods came, J-Man Curly, VMT, all of those YouTubers that was famous, even K9, they all quit because of those mods.
Exactly. Just like J-Man Curly, he also started to be less and more interactive with Gorilla Tag. Matter of fact, it was like months before he started uploading more. And now he's going into more games that he's creating, which, respect to him, I get it. He wants to be more involved with the VR, and I generally respect that.
I actually like his games.
But I guarantee you that one of the reasons that J-Man slowly quits is because he didn't want all that fame. Well, he probably supports all that fame. And that because all these mods. And I don't get what I have robotic arms for these Gorilla Tag. I'm not even wearing any of these. So, do you have anything else?
Yeah. Also, when you're using mods, like, the whole lobby was using them. Even me. Except for one kid. And that one kid was better than everyone that was using mods, even me. Like, he could wall climb, branching, running good, like everything, even double walls, and pinch climbing.
Exactly, and the disappointment of this is absolutely crazy. So, let me know in the comments after the theory. Let us know if you have any other opinions, and maybe we'll discuss in the next podcast. All right, for the final theory, here's my theory. Just like humans, after centuries and centuries, we evolved to technology and stuff, and it got us more advanced. What about in Gorilla Tag? We started as physical, we did absolutely nothing, and as the years go by, like years 2017, 2018, 2019, and so on, we slowly get more advanced with technology like this. Now all of a sudden we have robotic arms. Do you see the similarity right there? What if Gorilla Tag is trying to connect to us? How we're getting more advanced and slowly getting more cheating? Just like ChatGPT and humans, they're cheating to get to test and educational wise. Gorilla Tag, they're using the mods to cheat and to fly around. What do you think?
Also, guys, before everyone can just be good at the game, I think some, at least.
He's not assuming all, by the way. Just note that he's not assuming all. He's meaning most players.
Even me, I'm not that good at the game. He's still teaching me.
Exactly.
People used to be really good at the game. I'm not saying they're not good now, but when they added the mods, they was all bad and stuff. Like, the mods needs to go.
Exactly. And, matter of fact, one of the reasons, besides my VR not working for months, the only reason that I quitted Gorilla Tag is because of all the mods, because all the updates. The updates kind of suck, low-key. They added, like, one feature in the update, and then the rest were cosmetics that had, like, that 60% of the, if not more than that, couldn't even afford.
But this base update is gonna be the best update.
Yes.
The best update.
If we have any more news, but there's actually an update about to come right now. So, after this, we're gonna explore around, check to see what's there, and then probably about tomorrow, or the next day, most likely Monday, because that's when I'm available again for podcasts and stuff. Because I have other plans to do for videos and stuff. So on Monday, we'll keep up to news and see what we agree on the update.
Also, I'm gonna be in his videos.
Yeah, exactly. So, keep around. Maybe he'll be sticking to my videos. Some of them will be just me, and some of them will be with him. So, make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.